All right, hey y'all. This is probably gonna be a pretty short video. It is March 29th, and not a whole lot happened today. I guess I was gonna do last night. I cleaned out my big closet. I cleaned my kitchen, like scrubbed my kitchen like it has not been scrubbed in a long time, which felt really good. But after about 4 hours, my hand, I really don't have a big kitchen. My kitchen is uh, I'm trying to look at it to guesstimate the size. It's not huge. Maybe 15 feet. Oh, that sounds a lot. Whatever. Small kitchen. It's an apartment. Not huge. Anyway, after a couple hours of scrubbing it, my hand literally was like cramping in that like scrub position. But so yeah, I did that. Today was Sunday, so I didn't work. Just a bit of tidying. Um, Not a whole lot happened uh, in the world today, as far as I know, aside from the fact that the president, after swearing up and down that by Easter we would have uh, churches full of people celebrating, he extended the quarantine until April 30th. On the other hand, the country itself isn't under quarantine, so I'm a little confused what he means, but to be completely honest, didn't really dive deep. I kind of was just today wanted to get away, didn't really want to think about it. So perhaps he means just like the general regulations, as in you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, is extended until the 30th. We're starting to see people, like the high profile people, recover, which is, I mean, and again, I will always reiterate, so many people recover from this at the moment, and hopefully it stays like this. The death rate is relatively low and tends to be older people or people who have an underlying situation, like they're autoimmune compromised, or they have heart problems, or they have lung problems, like I have, or things of that nature, pre-existing conditions that make it harder to fight this. So people like Tom Hanks, who got this about a couple weeks ago, now are, he was originally stuck in Australia. He was quarantined there while he and his wife Rita were self-isolating for the 2 weeks. They're fairly recovered at this point and are back at home. I believe off the top of my head it was Justin Trudeau's wife was sick, who's currently the Prime Minister of Canada, and gorgeous, for the record, absolutely gorgeous. But anyway, she's recovering. So it's nice to, as we unfortunately do see the overall number of cases and the death toll kind of rise, it's nice to see these big, huge profile people healing and becoming okay. The area where I live, Conshohocken, it's just a little like township, maybe that's the right word. It's not huge. We currently have 6 cases, no deaths yet. But yeah, not a whole lot happening today. I'm trying to think if anything important happened. Just kind of a whole lot, nothing. A whole lot of, yep, let's all right, keep going. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully, hopefully, I like quiet days. I like days when it isn't, oh, the death tolls reached this huge other number. Oh, we have so many more cases. Although, actually, something I did see today was a sentence I never thought I would ever say in my life. Certainly never hoped to say in my life. But New York is about to have a worse week than 9/11, according to Cuomo and several New Yorkers. And I was Sorry, mental math. I was 9/11 2001, so my sister was 1, so I was 6. I was 6 when 9/11 happened. My grandmother worked in Manhattan. My aunt and my uncle worked in Manhattan. Uh, my grandmother lived in White Plains, New York at the time, and my aunt and my uncle and my 2 cousins still do live in Brooklyn. Um, actually, one of them lives in New Jersey now. He got married. Uh, and everyone was fine. Everyone was fine, but even to my very young mind, seeing those sites, seeing the images, seeing how New York pulled together was astounding and heartbreaking. Um, and it's very reminiscent. I don't think anyone would say it's not reminiscent. They're setting up the temporary morgues like they had up for 9/11 that look almost like tents, um, because they just don't have room. Actually, in Spain, this is wow. This video got sad quickly. And again, that's kind of what this whole is. Spain is using hockey rinks and ice skating rinks as temporary morgues, because they just don't have room for it. They just don't have the space. Uh, but yeah, anyway, New York is struggling. We're all struggling, but New York and New Jersey are getting hit hard right now. And to think that, like I said, I was 6 then. I just turned 24 3 weeks ago today. Um, to think that in 18 years, I'm going to see something similar to something that had never been seen before, and we all hoped fervently would never be seen again. But, you know, again, along with the bad came the good, and we saw New York pull together and do things that were never dreamed of. And so hopefully we'll be in the same boat this time. So yeah, that's about it. Whole lot of nothing. It's, some positives, some negatives, and we're just getting ready for another week of work from home. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.